For more on this, we're joined by Dr. Micheal Bluck. He's a nuclear engineer lecturer at London's Imperial College. Dr. Bluck, good to speak to you this afternoon. So what lessons have been learned from this disaster in Japan in terms of the nuclear industry?
Well, I think there were concerns that were made clear post-Fukushima that certain concerns, particularly in regard to the possibility of accidents such as those tsunamis, weren't taken seriously, and the mitigation hadn't been put in place. And certainly that's something they've addressed since Fukushima at the remaining plants.
And what kind of steps are they taking to make sure that this sort of thing can't happen again? I mean, you can't really defend very effectively against a huge tsunami, but what can they do to make sure the reactors don't start leaking?
Well, it's very much about looking at what happened at Fukushima, which was what we call a beyond design basis accident. The reactor was never designed to withstand a tsunami at that level. So the resulting actions taken have been to build up sea walls in the first instance, but you're right, that doesn't stop everything. And secondly, the impact of the tsunami was really to drown the diesel generators which were maintaining the coolant process. And so at other reactors, they have now been waterproofed and sealed so that even in the event of an inundation where a tsunami does breach the seawall, then cooling will still operate.
And Dr. Bluck, let's just talk about the nuclear industry more widely. I mean, Germany is going through the process of decommissioning all its plants while France is building more, and one in Britain. Why is there such a divergence of opinion over the use of nuclear energy?
Well, it is a contentious matter, and it's certainly the decision by the German government to suspend its activity in nuclear was a surprise, and to a degree there's some regret that they did that internally, though they probably won't admit that very publicly, and as a result they're generating vast amounts of carbon dioxide from burning lignite. Their gut reaction or nervous reaction to shut down reactors had probably little technical basis, given that they're not in a region where beyond design basis accidents are likely to occur. Indeed, they're unlikely to experience either an earthquake or a tsunami. So it's a good question as to why they did that. Certainly the rest of the world hasn't taken that attitude. That's not to say that they didn't take seriously what happened at Fukushima, and across the world reactors were stress tested against these sort of events. Why Germany has done this is an internal political issue, and I suspect that a coalition government with a strong green coalition, or strong aspect to that, was certainly one of the driving forces behind that decision.
Well, Dr. Bluck, we have to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining us.